without further ado, let's get started. Welcome back to a series of Wonders events. I'm your humble DM Robin, joining us today by Stefan, play as our human sorcerer Riveni, Nathan, play as Viking, our Asmar Paladin, and Kat, play as Tali, our Wood Elf Rogue. So, previously, the team kind of met Tali's family, one named Lavinia and as her mentor, and Alethea as, well, her sort of like sister, who turns out to be actually her cousin. And yeah, they kind of gather together to accomplish one goal, just to go back to Lux, where their actual homeland is. However, they kind of, well, uncover what is happening around here as all the black smoke rising up from the ground, and kind of turn a lot of townspeople into undead, which is nasty. So they kind of break out of the tavern that was surrounded by these, and they managed to find Maria, who was Maria Whitehall, who was one of the Seeker, but now turns out to be the Evergreen family that was apparently the lord of this land. And as they found her, she's still surrounded in the Evergreen Manor. However, she directed them, instead of asking for help, she directed them to find out the source and end this, threat once and for all. So the team followed her advice and went to the place where in Viking's vision they saw that everything went down, and they encountered a bunch of cultists in the process of fighting their magical beasts. Unfortunately, the prince, as well as their solution to the dragon menace problem, Orb of Dragonkinds, are lost in the process, which is pretty bad because you have no clue what to do with the dragons right now. However, you're dealing with undead, so, currently it seems fine, but who knows. Anyway, so they cut down a few cultists. However, their corpses didn't turn into the necrotic energy that feeds the ritual as before they saw the townspeople. So they kind of went through the cultists. However, the ritual was nearly completed, and in the process, the Draco Lich break through. Halfway through, still. So right now they're facing a gigantic, enormous, and hideous Draco Lich in front of their face. So let's get back to combat. Currently, I believe. Let me see. This will be Vendenar's turn, actually. And yeah, since all
I'm
the
gonna
cultists,
argue his round took more than 7 seconds, so he should lose his turn.
Yep.
It's been like a week.
Yeah, probably he should lose his turn. Plus, he was hit by the necrotic energy that kind of sucks your life force away. So he kind of lost his concentration on you guys, speed, and everything else. So he's gonna try, at this moment, he's gonna try to at least protect himself. So he's gonna cast Mirror Image on himself. As you see, he puts his hand on his chest and mutters a word. As a result, 3 illusionary copies of him just emerge from left and right, and they all each went to different directions. As Vendenar, sorry about that, as Vendenar gingerly moves himself away from harm, the Draco Lich is here, so let's see, how far is his range? 10 feet? Yep, he can definitely hit him. So, since partially his wings are out, the Draco Lich is gonna try to bite Vendor to see if he hits. Let's see. Yep. That's definitely a hit. All right. So, as you see, Vendonar is trying to escape. Oh, actually, no. It's because he casts his mirror image. So, you see, as the Draco Lich tries to bite down Vendonar, he swallows him whole, actually. However, the image of Vendonar just shimmers and then disappears as it bites down. Doing no damage. Well, Vendonar himself actually moves a little bit further away, and he just sits there and watch you guys do what you're going to do. So, Kaz, on the other hand, he's gonna try to punch the Draco Lich on the other side and try to aim for the wings, actually. You see him with a splash. A fist. Let's see. Flurry of blows. So. 1, 2. Sadly, all of them misses. As you see, the wings are huge. However, there are a few puncture holes already on top of it. As the flash decayed and the other, the necrotic energy that was eating it apart. However, the fist went through them, just punching in the air. So Kaz is like, aim for the wings! Aim for the wings! And yeah, that will be his turn. Now will be Rainey's turn. Rainey, what would you like to do? Facing down a gigantic Draco Lich in front of his face.
Okay, yeah. So, I'm actually going to take Kaz's advice, and I'm going to use a third level spell slot to cast Scorching Ray on.
Nice.
Scorching Ray to target one of the Draco Lich's wings.
Nice. Go ahead. Let me see.
So third level spell slot. That's 4 rays.
Nice. Go ahead. Let me see if I can.
Okay.
Not this one. Ooh.
I was gonna say, did I just hear music?
Yeah, I'm trying to turn out the battle music, but I'm searching, and the tracks doesn't sound really good.
You need that the Star Trek, the original series, like the da 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 da.
I think.
Yeah.
No, not this one.
You know it's serious when.
Yeah. Alright. We'll resolve that later because right now, the Scorching Ray hits actually 2 rays. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 2 rays hits the Draco Lich's body as the burning, scorch, kind of burns through a gigantic hole on the already broken wings. Roll for damage for the 24 and 18.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And now.
That's 15 damage total.
Nice. And now, you felt a surge as you were channeling your energy directly through the ray. You now glow with bright light in 30-foot radius for the next minute. And any creatures that ends its turn within 5 feet of you is blinded until the next turn. Yeah. So.
Well, I'll take being a nightlight over accidentally life draining everyone in the nearby radius.
Nice. All right. And that will be your turn. Do you wish to move or a reminder, if you move, you are within its attack range, so you will receive attacks.
We fought dragons before. Remember what you standing there means. Your character would know that, though.
Yeah. He would
Yeah,
definitely know that.
I'm in a pretty bad position right now.
Mm-hmm.
Even if no matter if I move or not.
Actually, last round, I think, didn't it do a breath ability?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your instinct should be to get the hell out.
Not this one. Why is it so hard to find a music that fits? I just want to... Oh, this one. I think it's this one.
Okay. So as soon as I sort of fire up my raised I'm gonna risk an opportunity attack and try and go off to the side of it here.
Yep. All right. Okay. So, as you move around, actually, the Dracolich is gonna try to claw you with its claw. Let's see. Ooh,
I'll use my
definitely
reaction to impose disadvantage if it's required.
So you don't even need to lift your shield, as the claw just misses Rivaini entirely due to her nice reflexes. She just leap up in the air and just dodge that in time. So nice.
Tali, although stressed, is very proud.
Alright, and I guess that will be the end of Rivaini's turn. And now will be...
I do like a cool like dodge roll underneath the claw, so like...
Yeah.
It was like...
Yeah. Just in time to dodge. Nice.
I've got so much crap going on for my head right now. I don't really acknowledge it right now.
That's really good.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, the claw might be the end of you. But anyway, you just dodge it entirely, as right now will be Alethea's turn. Alethea, being a really well-trained rogue / ranger, she's gonna try to shoot it from afar. Let's see, 10 feet. Yep, never gonna hit her, so yep. She's gonna try to shoot it from afar. Let's see how the dice roll. So, you see, like, she kind of lays her hand, extend her hand for an outer reach, and then, like, just grabs it as if she's grabbing something. So, right now, you all see a gigantic, like, kind of like a bullet point mark that's on the chest of the Dracolich. Though it's big, but it still feels like small compared to the entire Dracolich's like front or chest. However, it does provide a better aim for her as she tries to hit it. Okay, the second one hits. So now it's been marked. Let's see, markings. All right. Hunter's mark. So, oops. I don't see. Yep, this one. All right. So, Hunter's mark. The second attack deals. Oh, nice. Let's see. That will be D8. Okay, so you see the arrow went through the markings and hits within the chest. It's a huge gash wounds on the body, but the lich doesn't really seem to mind. It just shrugs the arrow off and just grins with the gigantic teeth. Just grins at Alethea, and that will be the end of her turn. Now will be Viking's turn. Viking, what would you like to do?
I kind of figured this is going to be a frivolous effort, but as a bonus action, I'm going to try and grapple it.
Okay, go ahead and roll
more or less
for
to try and
grapple.
stop it from advancing.
If you look at that,
18.
18th, it needs to make a counter strength check. So
Or acrobatics or athletics.
yeah, it only has pure strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna push you way off with its wings as you try to grab its front, like the leg in the front. It just bashes you with its wings and push you away.
I kind of figured.
Yep.
And then I will smack at it with semi-sealed fate.
Yep. Go ahead.
Ooh,
Nice.
crit.
That will be a crit.
how high did it roll to counter the grapple? By the way,
What?
Sorry?
how high did it roll to counter the grapple?
Oh,
Was it
a
that
natural 20.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
never mind then.
most. I know, like, out of character, most dragons have, like, ridiculous stats, so
Yep.
it's frivolous, but in a situation,
Anything will help. Anything.
so that is 15 points
Nice.
to its wing.
Yeah. That will be a hit. As you see, sorry, that will definitely be a hit. But as you see, the blade that touches its wings, it kind of sizzles, in a burn that the Dracula just yells. If an undead will feel pain, this will be the right moment to hear it. Like, this will be the correct sound you're hearing it.
I also want to do Divine Smite on that swing as well.
Alright, go ahead.
Use a level 2. I need to. I don't have my book in front of me. I think it's a 1d8.
28. Yeah.
Yeah. So, or it's actually 2d8, right? At level 1.
Let me check. I have them right in front of me immediately. I'm gonna check. Divine Smite,
I
you
put
said?
it in the other
Just normal Divine Smite, right?
Yeah, the Paladin.
Yeah, Paladin
Everybody
ability,
gets.
normal Divine Smite. Let me check. Alright, 1d8. Yeah, for each spell, for first level spell slot, it's 2d8. And then.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do it at
yeah.
level 2, so it'll be 3d8.
Yeah, that will be 3d8.
18, another 18 points of damage.
Alright, nice.
And-
its wings sizzles more. Oh, sorry, go ahead. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna swing another time, right? I get 2 with
Yeah,
at this point,
you got 2 attacks.
and 11 is a miss.
Yep.
Probably.
The second attack kind of, it kind of prepared as it's like hurting. It kind of just like move its wings aside instead of bashing you, and so you miss it entirely.
Do I notice what kind of, like, is my Divine Smite the same as before?
Your
Or has that
Divine
changed?
Smite actually changes. As the Divine Smite hits its wings, you notice a small grayish grasp. Instead of like kind of bright light, you see like tiny skeletons like emerges from like the blade, like skeletal claws emerges from the blade and just touches the wings. It doesn't scratch, it doesn't grapple. It just simply touches the wings. And the part it made contact with kind of lost kind of the darkness. The color kind of fades into a darker shade of black. Into a lighter shade of black. Almost gray. Yep.
I don't really know, since this thing is huge. Can I do this? I want to basically go around it. It'd be 15 down and then 15 up.
Yeah. Actually, the Dracolich
is it
is
bigger than
not
that?
entirely through yet. So
That's what I mean. Is it's kind of
yeah.
a weird shape.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm
you
trying
can
to get
you
on the
can,
other
you
side
can
of it.
dodge around it definitely, without.
And I'll use all
provoking-
my movement without
Yeah.
leaving its circle.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do
That's
that.
my turn.
So yeah, as you turn around the back, because the half of its body is still like kind of contained inside the other side of the portal. You don't see anything else besides this line, beyond this line. So on the back, it's just the purplish energy of the portal. That's it.
Okay, so the portal's up and down, not
Yeah,
like
the-
going
the
into
The
the
portal
ground.
is like
Ground.
cutting the Dracolich in half currently.
Oh, okay, so no, I won't. I'll just come to the side here then. I was
Okay.
thinking it was coming out of the ground.
Yeah, it's
Thank you.
almost out. Its frontal body is out, so it's covering this basis, this entire.
No, I
range.
was thinking like a sewer manhole. Like it was literally the portal was, it was climbing out of the ground.
Yeah,
That's
Oh,
I was
okay.
different orientation.
yeah.
That's all.
Sorry, it's like
No worries.
on the front.
So basically, I want to be on one of its sides. Then.
Yeah. So nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice. All right, that will be the end of your turn. You also notice your blade glows a little bit brighter than usual. But that's about it. And now will be. Let's see. Oh, Fabric still under control of Ravani. That's really good
Oh, yeah.
because Fabric is gonna try something. It's like, what would you like me to do, Ravani? You know, I'm really good at spells. I can do spells attack. You know, this dragon thing is super annoying. So you know, we should get this over with. What would you suggest?
Just,
Yeah.
just try and sabotage the portal as best as you can.
Okay. Well, let's see. All right. I think I know what to do. And he's gonna try and cast banishment. So, you see him wave his hand and try to send the Dracolich back to where it came from, as all the blue ribbons of energy just kind of strings around the portal and try to squash it entirely. And let's see, the Dracolich is gonna try to make his save. Well, he definitely makes it. Yep.
Oh, he didn't make it.
Yeah, he makes it. Sadly.
Oh,
Again.
Yeah.
Next round.
I would like to. I do have the ability to bend luck now, so I would like to spend 2 of my sorcery points to try and hinder that save. Then.
Okay. Let's see.
So-
So sorcerers, wild magic that could bend luck. Let me check. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm just
so, like,
not really familiar
basically-
with sorcerers.
Basically, I spend 2 sorcery points as a reaction, and then I can roll 1d4,
Mm-hmm.
and I can either like add that to another creature's attack save or check, or subtract that from another creature's
Oh,
attack save
so
or check.
you know what? Roll 1d4 for the penalty, right? You wanted to
Yep.
miss. All right, roll 1d4.
Yep.
Let me see. Let's see. 2.
So that will subtract 2 from his save.
Yep. So as you see, the ability of, well, sorry, not the ability. As you see, you bend, you kind of twist it. You know this energy. You channel the light, the glow, the flow within you, and just try to alter its path as a kind of a colorless energy just springs from your fingertips and hits the Dracolich. As it tries to dodge around, you manage to break its connection with the portal. In doing so,
Got it.
the portal kind of shivers for a bit. As you can see, it's growing really unstable, and the Dracolich that was hit by it suddenly disappears entirely, leaving a gigantic hole inside the portal. Yeah. So, for now, the Dracolich.
I see this. I see this and sort of pop my arms in the air, like yes.
Yeah, that's really good because apparently, Fabric just sent your opponent temporarily away. Temporarily.
Temporarily?
You see,
Oh
yeah,
my-
you see sweat coming down from Fabric's face as he's trying really hard with the blue ribbons of energy that he was controlling from his palm, trying to maintain control. He just utters, "Can't hold forever."
What do we do?
Yeah, that will be the end of Fabric's turn. However, now will be now will be Tully's turn. Tully, what would you like to do? You see
Oh
the
my God.
black, well, the purple, nearly black portal, right in front of you.
Is it like okay? So the portal is still open. I'm basically just like, is it gone? What is? And I'm gonna hold my attack for other enemies.
Alright.
I don't know what to do. I'm literally
Alright.
just going.
So
What do we do?
You can see inside the portal for now. You can see inside the portal. There's a small kind of land now that the Dracolich is gone. Instead of normal portals, you don't know what's on the other side. You see a small platform of land with jagged rocks and like reaching to the skies, and with black barren lands that's covering the whole entire places.
Ooh,
Yeah, so
it's hostile.
yeah, it looks dark and like almost apocalyptic.
I'm just holding in a fighting stance,
Alright.
waiting for something to do. Someone to tell me what to do.
All right, you just hold your actions until for enemies to show up and strike. That will now will be Lavania's turn. Lavania is gonna try to like see what's inside. He's gonna pass around, try to see what the portal is all about. She's gonna make her checks. Let's see. Lavania is gonna make her checks. Alright, let's. Whoops. Okay. Well, she kind of looks around. You see, she's inspecting it with the ring she's holding on her fist. But for for a few rounds, just for a few minutes, no, sorry, just for a few seconds pass by, she says, I don't, can't really tell what it is. Usually the ring does the talking. Anyway, anyone else would like to give it a go?
I'll take a look through.
All right. So we're like temporarily out of combat right now, temporarily. And yeah. So you can move forward to see what it's all about. Roll me an Arcana check, or well, that's purely art, or a religion check actually for you.
Oops.
All right.
13.
13.
Do I at least recognize this place as?
This place looks awfully familiar. You must have seen it somewhere before. Can't really tell though. That's all you can gather.
Can I with the 16, do I recognize like when I look through the portal, is there any like one stabilizing it on that end?
With that,
You know what I mean? Like
you see 5 more kind of hooded figure dressed around on the other side. They're wearing gloves and everything to cover all of their facial figures and everything, and they are indeed holding something, like gather around and holding something in place. You get the guts feeling with that perception that they might be maintaining control of this portal.
how close are they to the portal?
They're about 50 feet away.
I'm gonna grab a rope
Yeah.
and tie it around my waist.
Okay.
Oh man.
I'm going portal jump bag. I
Alright.
toss the other half.
I'll
of
catch
the
it and
rope,
grab Kaz.
just
yeah.
like blindly
cut.
throw it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
And
can
I'm
definitely
going
do
through.
that. It's not
Oh,
high.
wait.
Like when you, it's not that.
Okay.
high. Okay. Go ahead.
When I look in the bag, I'm rooting through shit,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, what the fuck am I throwing? And I tie it around. I'm like, I keep something in my hand, and I'm going to step through the portal.
Okay.
What have in my hand is a scroll of fireball.
Nice. Go ahead. Do it.
That was I forgot we had.
Oh shit.
That will be a third level fireball scroll. Like the basic level ones. Yeah, go ahead. But still, that's really good.
I don't have the stat block or anything for it. I just
Don't worry.
know that I have it.
That will be using your stats, I believe. Yeah, because the
Wasn't it a
spell
save DC?
Yeah. That will be
Right.
using yours. That's where I think I'm doing it a little bit different. If the Dungeon Master's guys is telling us otherwise, I think because you are the one who's interacting with it, you will be using your spell save DC instead of the scroll's own DC. But otherwise, the
Okay.
scroll is like the same level as it was originally created. So it'll still be a third level. It's just using a better stats.
So it's a 20-foot radius, and they need to do a dex save.
Yep. All right. I will roll
So,
their dex saves, all 5 of
14.
them.
And we're gonna do.
All right. That's really good. All right. Total of 5. 3 makes it. However,
32
Oh,
points
sorry.
of damage.
let me check. What's your DC? Spell save DC? 14?
14.
All right. So 3 makes it. The other 2 completely botches it. As the fireball hits them, they seem to be too devoted to even notice the fireball coming. As the blast kind of shivers and kind of breaks every part of them, actually. They kind of like just kind of every part of their body just scorched within contact. However, the last 3 of them managed to dodge out of the place as they kind of combinedly pushed a dark wave of energy just kind of crush the fireball. However, in doing so, the portal looks even more unstable at this moment. Yeah.
Kaz and I are pulling him out.
As all the purplish energy kind of crackles and like kind of reach out with the like branches kind of tries to it seems like it's almost breaking from within. So yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Kaz and I are like, oh god.
All right. That will be their turn to fight back because this time they're going to try to aim for our paladin. All right. All right, that's not good. As their retaliation, you felt this like inner burn from your psyche as your mind is almost set on fire. You wailed in pain, and as you see, the burns not only scorched your hair and your mind, but also the rope that was tying around your waist. As the rope, roll me a plain d20 to see how the rope holds.
17.
All right. With that, the rope barely holds. With the last few strings, you see the burn kind of scorch part of the rope wide open, and you think that you'll probably need another rope before this rope breaks. Because as you pull, the strings gets thinner and thinner within each second.
I'm not like resisting them.
No.
Yeah,
and
definitely not.
I'm-
But your pure
But-
weight is gonna
Yeah.
make the string gets like thinner and thinner and thinner.
Okay.
So you each got one action to do at this moment. Just one.
I'm gonna look at Kaz, drop the rope, click my boots, and go catch him.
All right. So you did you use your fly ability today? You did, right?
Yeah, but I've got 4 hours, and I definitely didn't use the 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right?
Let me check.
I've used.
Yeah, we were over here when
Yeah,
you were flying.
flied-
Or
I think you
Like-
flied once, and then the other time.
Yeah, she should still have some hours left.
All right.
Like,
So
yeah.
Because
I'll say-
I've been tracking it, and I've
Okay. I will say
written
that
down I
you
have
sort of
3 hours left.
so
So
you
I sort of shout after her, like,
Mhm.
be careful!
that will be your action to click the boots,
Yep.
and you fly in. Try to
Mhm.
grab a Viking in midair. So you fly through the portal at this moment. The crackling energy kind of combust a little bit, like small combustion kind of burst out from with each side of you. Roll me a dexterity save. This is not gonna be easy.
oh boy, no. Oh, yikes.
With that, you barely makes it through. Just barely. You like dodge through the combustions and the branches, just in time to catch a Viking. And the rope breaks at this moment. Viking, however, roll me a wisdom save at this moment. Yikes! So with
10.
that wisdom save, you felt this intruding energy that was burning your mind that kind of seeps in. And
actually, that's
Mhm.
that would be a 12
a 12. Yep.
because of my aura.
Oh, right. 12 still sadly still doesn't make it. You pull up your resistance trying to push aside this feeling, but it connects you deeper within. You felt something inside you was triggered. Your heritage, the ones you worshipped before. You see, like, if you can see from within your mind, you are now staring, like normally when you see within your mind, you are just by yourself, probably besides a lake or shore or whatever that resembles water. And within that water rises a skeletal claw that's kind of growing bigger and bigger until eventually a skeleton like kind of claws its way out of the water and reaches for you. You receive no, you don't receive any sort of damage actually. However, you are now marked. You felt this gentle touch on your body, and that's it. Tolly, you don't feel any difference. Besides, Viking just gets really heavy all of a sudden. Roll me a strength check to see
boy.
if you can hold him in place. With that, aura, Viking, how did the aura affect her? Did the aura affect her?
Have I still got the
No.
1d4?
sorry.
It's saving throws.
Saving
It's-
throws? No, yeah, it's checks. Because,
Yeah.
you're trying to hold him in place. No, sadly, you lost your grip and,
Shit.
yeah, you kind of let Viking falls to the ground. It's not
Mhm.
high, it's about 10 feet above the ground since you were flying. But you dropped him entirely. So, that will be the action you guys have. And for Rivani, did you do anything while Tully's trying to save them? You got one action. That's about it. One action.
Am I able to sort of rush over and sort of like aid Tally?
Yeah. What would you like to do?
Like use my action?
All right. So you use your action.
Isn't there like an aid another action?
Yeah. So you want to aid her? Okay. But you're not flying with her since she's flying
Yeah.
inside by herself. Do you want to leap into the portal and see if you can help her?
Mm, um,
It's up to you.
is there anything I'll be able to do from outside the portal? Or
Well, don't worry about it. Just do what you think might help. What's on the top of Rivani's mind that would be helpful?
I don't really know what's gonna help at this point.
All right, then. Well, you don't have to do it. Like, you got one action, but you don't have to use it. You can stand by and watch. I'm not saying just let your friends die. No, I'm saying to help them where they're most in need. Maybe you got a spell that can alter the situation for a second. You can hold your action if you want to.
So, so yeah. So if I see Tally sort of like failing, then can I sort of like rushing through the portal and try and use like an aid another action?
Yeah, you can do that. However, you need to jump into the portal. That's what I said. Because you can't say, I want to aid from afar. Moral support, that won't help. You'll need to actually physically do something near her. Yeah.
If I go for the portal, wouldn't I just be falling then?
Yeah. You'll be falling 10 feet from the sky. Oh, and
Really?
don't worry. Rivani, you can think what's about to happen later. Viking, roll me actually 1d6. Just 1d6. You're falling 10 feet from the sky, so roll me 1d6. Alright, you take 6 points of fall damage. But nothing hurts more because now you're trapped within your mind with the skeletal hand. However, at this moment, Kaz is gonna jump in at this moment. Kaz is gonna say, allow me, and he jumps into the portal and tries to grab Viking and pull him out. But as he leaps in, that will be his action. Let's see. Yikes. You see him as he leaps in, the kind of combusting energy kind of knocks him off course as he's like blast out of the portal, like from the portal to the other places, because the portal when you leap through it, it's like a tunnel when you're leaping through it. The tunnel that's surrounded by the purplish energy. However, the combustion knocked him off course, so he's burst out of the tunnel and into a place you don't know where it is. So, yep. He's
Bye.
Yeah, that's really. I didn't think he would
any
miss
of that, did
Yep.
I? Yeah, no.
Yep.
I didn't even know he tried to help us. I'm just looking at Viking as like, well,
Yeah.
whoops.
Whoops. Yeah. And alright. And so, since yep, Kaz is knocked off course, that will be his turn. And now will be the hooded figure's turn. They, looking at Viking, they're actually kind of walking forward, and with one of them reach out its hand and try and just do a lifting, kind of like this. As Viking, your body kind of floats in midair, as suddenly afloat and moving gently forward to them. Yep. Viking, roll me another wisdom save at this moment. Alright. 11. So that's how much?
14.
14. Okay. That would be that will be enough. Actually, you kind of looks at the skeletal hands right in front of you. What would you like to say to it? It's your mind. What would you like to say to it? To break free of
Oh,
its
okay.
control.
So this is in my mind.
Yes. You clearly
Um,
know it's in your mind.
I'm like, I fucking hate you. Stay out of my mind, you bastard.
All right.
And I like, give him the bird kind of thing, and then
Okay. So you
Yeah.
basically you just smash the hand out of your path as you're walking.
no.
Okay. Yeah. As you're like clearing up your mind and see your body is afloat and moving forward to 3 hooded figures. Yeah. And that
This is
will-
not something I normally would do.
Mhm.
So I'm like, "Bleh, bleh." Like, I go from like sleeping to floating.
yeah.
It's not a good sensation.
Yep, it's definitely not. So, now will be a good time for when we're back to initiative. Let's see. Initiative time. Now, since Kaz is gone, Lithia's out somewhere else. Alright. Now will be Rivani's turn. Rivani, what would you like to do?
Like, so I see Kaz like getting
Mm-hmm. Kaz
less
is
than
getting
2 goes to there.
knocked off course. You can use your action to save him, or you can
Yeah,
use your action to aid the others. It's up to you.
When I sort of see this, I'm gonna use my action to save Kaz. I think.
All right. So, do you wish to grab his foot, or do you wish to use magic to hurl him out, or I don't know. It's up to you.
I don't know if I don't think I have a spell that can like just hurl him out
Mm-hmm. Okay.
just like that.
Let me see.
I don't think I do.
Okay. Then you reach into the portal, I guess. Try to grab him.
Do I have like? Does it require like a specific spell to like save him or?
Oh yeah, you'll need a strength check to see if you can grab him. Well,
No, like
let me check. If you wish to grab him, yeah, that'll be a strength check to see if you can
No,
grab him and pull
wait,
him out.
hang on. I'm talking,
Mm-hmm.
like with magic, is there like a specific spell that I would need to save him with magic?
Let me see. Oh,
Would something with a knockback effect work?
yeah, that would probably. If you cast Thunderwave, that might work. Because if it fails the con save, then it will be pushed forward and propelled forward. So maybe that'll work. Maybe. Provided that he didn't make his save. And he's got advantage dealing with lightning damage. So, yeah. Do it if you wish to.
I'm gonna just try and grab his foot then.
Okay. Roll me a strength check to see if you can grab his foot and pull him out. Alright. That would probably... Hold on. 10 foot... How far is your aura of protection hiking?
10 feet, I believe.
10 feet? I would say that's barely enough, as Viking is gently getting pulled away, so you're still within the aura of the aura's effect. So that will turn that into a 14, I believe. 14.
Okay.
So you manage to grab Kaz's foot as it's half of its body was already out of the portal, the purplish tunnel, as you try to drag him back, you felt kind of challenge on the other side that's like pulling against you. However, you managed to outbeat it and grab Kaz and yank him out of the portal. Toss him to the ground. You're stronger than you realized.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Kaz is now back. You see half of its body is covered in the black and purple crackling energy as it's like sizzling, and you can smell the burn on its body. It's definitely not a pleasant experience if you get knocked into that. That's what you know.
Yeah, I sort of try and tend to like, oh my god, are you okay? Like,
He can't even
was about to-
respond at this moment because he's currently stunned. Yep.
I started saying, like, it looked like it was knocking you off course, so I had to try and get you out of there.
That's all the response you get. He's like, yep.
Right.
That's all the response you get. And now will be the cultist's turn. So. Oh.
You sound like you're talking very quickly. Like your mic is messed up today, and it's almost like it's compressing it and then letting chunks really quickly go through for me.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you're speaking twice as fast as
as normal.
yeah, like it's been sped up. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably
As
the
long as it's okay
internet?
for Robin.
Yeah. I'm hearing the same, but it's probably the internet, I guess. The connection can be funky at times. But anyway.
Drop and jump back in the call and see if it works. We'll just have a quick.
Yep. However, on the other side, Fabrics is like pouring sweat. Raveni, you notice that his robe is entirely soaked as he's trying his best to hold the energy like in place. However, you don't think it'll last any much longer. Alright? And
Okay.
that's about 6 seconds, 6 seconds, 6 seconds. It's about 30 seconds pass. So, for now, Viking, what would you like to do? It's your turn now. You are being held by this unseen telekinetic energy that's holding you afloat.
How far am I away from them?
You're now 50. You're now just 40 feet away as they move you each second.
I'm looking and I'm spent on spell points or spell slots. So,
do you have any ranged weapons?
I have some javelins.
Okay,
but
it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll toss a javelin.
Okay,
it's the easiest.
So you grab the javelins from your pocket. You're now like afloat in midair, so you just toss the javelin towards them. Roll me the javelin attack. That will be a hit as the javelin soaring through the skies and marks one of the target. As it punctured through, you see a hole on its cloth, but no flesh.
Huh.
You are pretty sure you hit it on its chest, but all you can see is a hole through and through with no flesh, no blood.
Did it die?
No. It just stands there, like even firm.
And I missed the second.
Yep. That's a miss. Alright, so the second attack misses. You just waste another javelin, and it doesn't seem to be bothered. That will be the end of your turn. Tully, what would you like to do now?
Just nope. I'm gonna grab like his armor and just drag
Just
back
yank
towards the
him.
portal.
All right.
Yeah.
Make a strength check versus the telekinesis DC. Go ahead.
Oh boy.
All right. You manage to shake loose of the effect and yank him away from the energy that was holding it afloat. Viking, you feel the pull suddenly drops as you now only feel Tully yanking you out of the way. And yeah, you broke their telekinesis control. So yeah,
Am I
you're-
still floating?
No, you're no longer afloat. Well, if Tully
With all this
holds-
jostling, I'm like,
just like, no, I can't.
You throw
I
up
can't
on
hold
me.
this
I'm
inside
leaving you
me.
here.
All right, all right. So that'll be 6 seconds. 6 seconds. All right.
There's been way too much flying in the last couple of days
Yep.
for my liking.
All right. So you're now about 10 feet away from the portal. The portal is getting smaller and smaller by each second. So it was
using
like
my
a
action. My bonus
probably
action. I'm just
10-foot wide portal. Probably
Wait.
20 foot wide, but now it's just 10 foot. So yeah, you run.
I'm using all my movement, my
Yeah.
bonus action to dash. Like
Nice. All right, so you dash with all your movement and dash. You manage to leap out of the portal in time. Viking, what would you like to do at this moment?
I
I'll
thought I was
dash
carrying
as
him with
well.
me. Yeah, I thought I had
All
him.
right.
Yeah, no,
So
We'd be going together.
if you're holding him, then you'll be halved. Your speed will be halved because you're grabbing him running. So yeah,
Mhm. Which is still 35 feet.
yeah,
the
you
portal's
managed
within
to
30.
leap out of the portal. Ruveni, you notice that Fabric finally kind of energy just kind of pours out from his body, kind of not gonna last as he cracks and breaks onto the ground. The energy releases. And
Can I sort of go over to help him maintain it, or
all right. How much sorcery point do you still have?
uh
You used 2, and then you used 2
So
before.
I've got-
I
I've
think.
got 4.
Yeah.
Don't I have 4 left?
Yeah. You already have. The total of your sorcery point is 8, right? Currently. How many sorcery point do you have? So for 6th level, that will be 6. You already used 4, and I think you used 1 or 2 before to intertwine the spell, right? So I think it's 1. You probably still have 1 sorcery point left. I would say.
I think that means I would have 2 left though. Isn't it?
Didn't you use 1 to?
We're 6th level, right?
Yeah.
So you have 6 sorcery points in
Yeah.
total.
Right.
And I think you used not careful spell or something like that. You used 1 before to not hit your company.
Um,
All right, because I don't remember, I'll roll that you still have 2. Because I don't remember, that'll be the
Okay.
fault of mine. So
there's a spot on the sheet for
Mhm.
sorcery points and
Yeah.
channel divinities.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So maybe just calculate them next time. Yeah, I would do that.
Okay.
So when we get through the portal, I try and do a flourishing da 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 da, and I almost fall on my face
yeah.
with a 10
All right, so
because I haven't rolled a performance check ever. So
go ahead, roll for performance.
no, I
check.
did. I got a 10.
Okay, so you got your footing, and it's fine. You still think you got a graceful landing, but that's about it.
It wasn't impressive. Not what I
Yeah.
was going for.
But in your mind, it is. Anyway,
Yeah.
you landed outside of the portal as the portal shrunks, and Fabric finally lost the control. Are you gonna help him, Ruveni?
Yes.
All right. So
Yes.
you try to channel the energy of your sorcery point Let me check. Roll me a 1d100.
Uh,
All right. Let's see what happens. All right. You manage to channel all your power to inside of its body. Like this is unconventional. You never tried this before, but somehow you managed to pass your strength and your energy to flow inside of Fabric's body to help him maintain control. However, in doing so, you expended your sorcery point, all of them, so you now have 0. And
Yeah.
also, you are now experiencing a first level of exhaustion.
right.
Yep. Because it's not something you would
Okay.
ordinarily do. So yeah,
Right.
you are now exhausted. Let me put on a marker. Vanity. Let's see. Put on a marker. All right. You're tired,
Okay.
and that would be. Yeah, he managed to maintain a few more seconds of control until everyone's passed. Yeah, he's holding this really hard. However, the portal doesn't seem to be shut. Vandanar, at this moment, he walks up. He was doing something from afar, but you guys didn't know what it is until now, as he reached out to grab a staff, another staff from his pocket, and it's crystal. On top of it, it's a kind of a diamond-like crystal. As it sparks with full energy as it's charging, Vandanar kind of says, "I will break this portal once and for all, so no one will ever come across again." And he tried to bash it onto the portal. Alethea, at this point, leaps out and tries to fight him with the staff. She's like, "No, that's our only way home." And she tried to grab it. Let's see. Alethea. She managed to grab it, and two of them kind of holds in place. However, Fabric at this moment is gradually losing its control. As you can see, the connection between him and the energy is getting unstable each second. Yeah.
Oh god. I'm gonna circle around. Ali, I'm so sorry. I know it's garbage, but we either don't go home or we die here and now.
We need to go home. Yeah.
We can't go home if we're dead.
She's fighting you over it. What? Viking?
I'm gonna come over
Mm-hmm.
and I'll do a improvised attack.
Okay.
I pull an arrow out of my bag and I'm just trying to poke her with it.
Okay. Poke her where?
Anywhere
Okay.
in the body.
So roll me.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right.
But
Now,
Jesus, she dodged it.
yeah, she just kind of. She didn't even notice that you're hitting. Her body just naturally reflexes to all the incoming attack as your.
I'll
arrow
do it
just
again
strikes
whenever I
through
get an
her,
opportunity.
cape. However, Tully, roll me a persuasion. First, say what you gotta say.
Yeah. We can't go home if we're dead. This needs to be closed. We can find another way.
There is no other way. This is the only connection.
Well, then I'd like to not die.
Roll me a persuasion check. All right. You managed to. You think your words got through her, as you said you don't want to die. She reluctantly releases the staff as Vandanar just grabs it back and looks at her warily, and he kind of tries to walk around her. She's currently she's like painting heavily, like she can't bear this kind of emotions like within her. She's kind of frustrated at this moment. You see tears dropping down from her eyes as she looks at Vandonar walking as one step after another to the portal.
I just told her I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
She didn't hold you back.
Yeah, no, I figured.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
As Vandonar getting closer, let's see.
If she tries anything again, I'm readying an action.
Okay. However, sadly, that's not her. As as Fabric finally loses it, the ribbon breaks. The portal at this moment kind of shrunks down into a 5 feet like wide portal at this moment. However, the spark of the Dracolich kind of returns as the portal kind of once again just crackles even more unstable. However, this time you heard the Dracolich wails in pain as you can see like almost a third of its body has been stuck within the portal, and it's hilarious because the portal is now cutting into its body, like since it can't hold its size that huge, it's kind of cutting into its body. Let's see how much damage it does. Okay, that would be some massive damage because you see like almost half of its body has been cut wide open. Yeah, at this moment, and both of its wings are like fractured, and it's now like having only one last horn that's intact. The other one is already broken as it's resurfaced. It kind of yells, You'll suffer for this, and he tries to claw Fabric.
As I'm panting from exhaustion, I sort of just turn around and sort of just shout, "Oh, shut up already!"
All right. So, he's gonna use its bite. Sadly, that hits.
Am I close enough to pose disadvantage?
I would say 10 feet radius. I would say yes.
Like,
yeah.
Okay, I'll do
However,
that with my
he rolled a crit, and even his disadvantage is 24. So, yeah, you managed
At least not crit.
Yeah, it's not. At least it's not crit. You managed to bash one side of its claw out of the way. However, like its teeth still sinks in to Fabric's body as you see like holes punctured through his torso and blood starting to pour out of his body. And and he also botches his saving throw. As you can see, the bite kind of infected him as his body like turns pale and all the vines starting to pop out. He's still standing, but barely. And yeah, that will be his reaction from the portal. Now we're back to initiative rounds. Since he hasn't moved, that'll be his turn. He's gonna try to breathe down upon all of you again. Roll me a Constitution save, everyone. He's also gonna make his con save. Nope. Yep. He's not gonna make it.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
+3. +3. It's not gonna help, but it's plus.
Vandonar, come on. Nope.
Trouble.
Oh, that's
So 13.
garbage. Shit. Kaz is gonna try to make his. Oh, he makes it with flying colors. All right. So let me just do the countings. Okay. All right. She actually makes it. All right. She actually makes it. All right. That's a good thing because they're.
And everybody should have +3. So
yeah. So. All right. So. Lavania kind of dodges it out of the way, and so is Alethea. So both of them doesn't take anything else. Now she's gone.
Because I guess I was
Alright.
kind of holding Alethea. I, at that point, like shielded her and just didn't have any time to react.
Yep.
Nat one, baby.
You're too focused on trying to take her away from damage, but yeah. For Fabric, as you can see, the dark energy just eats him alive. As
Oh my
the
God.
wave passes, there's only a skeleton that's left in place. Yep. He's dead. I'm gonna mark him dead.
Walk it off, buddy.
Yep. Yeah, you're trying to walk it off, but
You're
however,
necromancy. Just come
so
back.
for Vandanar, you see him he spent all this moment trying to prepare the spell, kind of lost his concentration, and he dropped his staff. The staff of the energy kind of collapsed into ground and blast a gigantic wave of energy at the houses on the other side. It kind of disintegrate the house entirely as it blasts off, but you see Vandanar is also affected by this energy and is taking more damage than he realized as his face goes pale and he got knocked prone into ground, just like ugh. And for Tali, you take 10 points of necrotic damage, and also your maximum hit point is temporarily reduced 10. Yep.
So I'm down by 10 points.
Yeah, you're down
My
by
hit point
10
max?
points, and then your total maximum is also down by 10 currently.
Okay. Ay.
Yep, that's really bad. And for Ravani, you managed to make the save as the aura that's shines around you kind of deflects the energy, just enough for you to dodge out of the way. For Viking, you also receive 10 points of necrotic energy. You do, however, have resistance, so you shrink that down to 5. But still, you take 10 points of your maximum hit points. Just cut it.
If I'm already down 10 points, does that... I don't take 10 more points of damage, right?
Oh, no, you don't.
No, we just
your
can't heal up
maximum hit
past.
points is reduced.
Okay.
So for now,
Yeah. I don't know how I should put this.
Yeah,
so
I'm
just
trying to
mark
find
it
some little-
down. I will give you a marking that you're down by 10. Yep, that's the skeleton. And for you, Tolly, I can't really do it. I don't know why your token's not working.
Yeah, my token's just misbehaving.
Yeah, I tried it last time, but it still doesn't work. I don't know what
Hmm.
happened. Anyway, I'll try to fix that later. Anyway, still, right now, everyone is not looking good. And breath weapons, yeah, that will be its turn. However, it's taking severe damage right now. It's already taken severe damage. All right. Now will be Vandanar's turn. Vandanar is trying really hard to stand atop, but you see his body just shivers with the energy, and he will try to counter that with a lightning bolt. He'll move here, and he will shrug down a string of lightning, trying to aim for where it hurts. Big save. Yep. The dragon is not gonna make the Dracolation is not gonna make it, as the energy kind of blasts and curves on its body. You see, finally, it's the first time you see the attack taken effect. So yeah, that is a good sign, but still, probably not good enough to take it down.
Gotta
to
kill
five.
this thing.
Yep. And that will be the end of Vandanar's turn. Rennie, you're up. What would you like to do? fabric is totally dead. So, yep.
So did Vendinar like retrieve that staffing that he was using before?
No,
then?
he lost control because of the breath weapons. So, yeah.
Mm. I'm gonna try and go over and pick it up and try and use it.
Okay. So you grab onto the staff. Vendinar didn't stop you. However, you can as you grab onto the staff, roll me an Arcana check to see if you know what it is. All right.
19.
You think you know what it is? It's a staff of kind of related to portal stuff. You don't know the exact name, but you heard rumors or like stories about it. So this kind of staff kind of creates portal, or it can also close one if it's charged. However, you do think that currently the staff is left with just about a few charges. Roll me 1d6 to see how many charges you can detect currently. Alright, so you think that it's only with 2 charges left. Yeah. And you'll need to attune to it to get a further understanding on how to use it. So, yeah.
So I can't actually make use of it then.
Not really. Unless Vendinar released the control over it and you attune to it immediately. But attunement requires certain concentration. So yeah. So it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Can I try to do another lightning bolts on him, on the dragon?
Yeah, you certainly can. Go ahead.
Dracolich?
Yeah, the Dracolich.
Okay.
Hold on. I think you used Scorching Ray how many times? Twice?
Once I'm pretty.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
I think you use 3rd level Scorching Ray once or twice. So yeah. Just remember to reduce the spell slots when you're done. Okay. Go ahead. Do the lightning bolt.
Right.
Alright. So that's a hit. Roll for damage. Wait, hold on. Lightning bolt, I think it's just dexterity save, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, so there's no damage. There's no attack that needs to be rolled, but so spell, I don't think spell attack is, yeah. So
Yeah, so it's
yeah.
Yeah, so I
So what's the your spell save DC is 15?
15.
All right, let me roll for his. Let's see, spell save DC. Yep, he definitely misses it. So roll for damage. Sorry, yeah, roll for damage. Just click for damage. All right, so you see the energy kind of crackles, and also you see the lightning bolts kind of interact with the portals a little bit more, as like kind of the energy kind of counters it off, and the portal kind of shrinks down faster. You think this might have done more damage than you realize, as the portal kind of shrunks and kind of squashing the Dracolich, trying to like really hard to squash it in half. Let's see, 50, 60, 62. Okay. All right. That will be your
Yeah.
turn. That will be the end of your
And as I,
turn.
as I sort of like fired it off, I sort of try to shout back to Vendor like, hey Vendor, how do you use this staff? How do you use this staffing?
You need to be real. You need to be in real control of it. You can't do it with a split of seconds. That will be the end of your turn.
Okay.
Alright. Now will be Alethea's turn. Alethea, just kind of, for Tolly, you notice this look. Alethea is kind of half relieved at this point. So
Yeah.
the portal is shrunking, yes, but it's not entirely destroyed. The connection
No, yeah.
to her way back home is still alive. So yeah, she's back into the fight. She's not looking at you at this moment. She intentionally avert your gaze, and she
Yeah.
just shoots down
That's okay.
a string of arrows.
She's alive to hate me.
Yep.
That's totally fine by me.
Yeah. So
she's alive.
attacks. All right, nice. Both attack hits. As you can see, this time the arrow is slightly different. She take notice of the crackling lightning, and how it's done to the portal. So she's aiming not just the dragon, not just the Dracolich, but also the part where it's like combined with the portal, where it's like linked to the portal. So both of the attack hits, and with each strikes, the portal shrinks down a little bit further. That'll be That'll be the end of her turn. And she's gonna yell at Lavinia, aim for the link. It's the weakest part. That will be the end of its turn. Her turn. Now will be Viking's turn. Viking, what would you like to do?
Right now I see the head being the biggest issue.
Yep.
I'm gonna try
claw in
and
the head. Yep.
grapple it.
Okay. Roll for athletics.
I know it's nope.
Nope. With that, you managed to. You tried really hard to grab its like jaws and everything, but yeah, you can't reach high enough. What would you like to do? Attack?
Some of that can be me just trying to push its head away from the group.
Yep. Okay.
And then what I'll do is I'll come over to this side again,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and then I will attack it where she said the weak point was.
Yeah. So
19.
Yeah, you aim for the conjoined part of the portal and the dragon's like lower bodies. Yeah, that will be a hit. Roll for damage. Your sword strikes true as he sinks into to the Dracolich's body, and the second attack unfortunately misses.
She said it was a weak spot. That means advantage, right? Come
on. Sadly,
I know.
no.
Aw.
Yeah, the weak spot means like
Flanking?
Yeah. Oh. Hold on. On the side. Well, I'll rule that you'll have advantage because Lavinia is on the other side.
Yay!
Yeah. So that will be a crit. A roll for damage.
14 points of damage.
Nice. So you hit it.
So you gotta try sometimes.
Yeah, the sizzling sound burns deep, and this hurts the Dracolich more than any other lightning combines because you can feel its wail in pain. You can feel it shivering inside of its body. And
For my crit, I jab my sword in and I twist, and that's
Nice.
the crit damage, just
Yeah.
a little bit.
Just a little bit more for the Dracolich to taste. The Dracolich is not looking good at this point. Aside from all the necrotic, well, not the all the lightning damage, the portal kind of hurts it the most. Yep, and that will be the end of its turn. No, Fabric is already dead. That'll be the end of your turn, right, Viking? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Now, Tolly, it'll be your turn now. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna turn to Vandana and Ravane and just go, please don't seal it. Let us try
All right.
collapse it first.
All right. Go ahead.
And
What would
then
you
I'll
like
go
to
for the points. Where is
do? All right. The throwing glaive hits. However, you see your attack, although it's a crit, roll for damage first. You hit the conjoined part, but you don't think your throwing glaive does anything. You think that the force that's pushing it and hitting the linked part, it works. However, the blade itself, it's not doing anything at all. So, yep. Yeah, so he only takes sneak attack damage. All right. Well, you can still do offhand attack if you wish to.
I'll throw it at the dragon instead.
Okay. Go ahead.
Where did it go? I cannot read.
All right. So this time it hits. Roll for damage. No sneak attack. Well.
Are they within 5 feet? Because
Yeah. So
I don't know
they're
how.
within 5 feet. Yep. So you'll have sneak attack. So and that's the only damage you have done. So you see, like your blade hits. Like twice. However,
I'm non-magical. It's fine.
yeah, it's not doing anything else. At least not by your watch. Oh. And that will be the end of your turn. That will be Lavania's turn. Lavania, she's gonna try something. She's gonna dodge to the side and gain better advantage than with Viking, and she's gonna try something. Let's see if it works. You see, part of her palms just glows as she's trying to kind of stab. Yeah, let's see. All right. First attack. Alright, so only one attack lands. As the attack lands, you see the blade kind of glows in a shimmering, kind of white energy as it's humming in a sound that metallic kind of cracks with each other. And you see part of its body is the scale has been blasted wide open by just the sheer contact of the blade. You never see Lavania does anything like this before, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So one side of its scale is blasted wide open, and that will be the end of Lavania's turn because you already used dodge and sneak attack. And now will be the Dracolich's turn. Dracolich, seeing that all of you surrounding it, is actually trying to he's trying to aim for Viking instead of breath weapons. He's gonna try, let's see, bite, claws. Alright, so Viking, what's your AC? 20 right now,
20.
right? Alright, so 2 of the attack hits. Make me a constitution save. All right.
23.
You definitely makes it, and also you only actually you makes it twice. Roll again because 2
Roll
attack lands. All right.
10.
All right. So first you take 26 points of slashing damage, and second, you're paralyzed for the next minute. You can repeat your saving throw at the end of your turn. Later.
26 or 28?
Yeah, 26. 26 total. Yep.
40 minus 26.
So you are
14.
now
Okay.
paralyzed.
My maximum hit points, I actually put what my real and then what my fake one is.
Yeah.
So my bar doesn't actually read any hit points because it thinks I have 5,141.
What?
I have a big health pool, okay? Leave me alone.
Let me
Just
check.
infinite heals.
Hold on. Let me check. What is happening?
Just look at my character sheet.
Oh,
Because
okay.
the maximum's modified. You see what I did?
Yeah. So, I know.
So it's just calculating the percentages wrong. It thinks I have like 0.001% health.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Oh, good. It's all good. You can, you know what? You can put in other source, and then you can just type it in here. Say temp.
If you click the bubbles, have my current hit points. It's fine.
Temp.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's fine. I can just put it here, if you wish to. But anyway, so now you're paralyzed. You can do the con save later on, but for now, that's it.
Was that a disease, poison? What
No,
caused
the
it?
claws is just paralyzing. By the sheer touch.
Okay.
You think it's probably the foul energy that's eating away your body, probably. I
Okay.
don't know what the source is, but it's definitely not the decaying flesh or anything. Yeah. It's
I'm also
definitely
immune
not
to
caused by the
disease.
disease or anything. Yeah.
I'm just saying. Gotta make sure. That doesn't come up often.
All right. So, and also, that'll be the end of his turn. Now will be you guys' turn. What would you like to do? Actually, it's Vandenar's turn. Vandenar goes in front, grabs the staff, and picks it up. And
I let him like take the staff back.
he's
Anyway, so-
gonna dodge to the other side to channel the energy from within. The Dracolich, however, is gonna try to bite it. Bite him, actually. Yep. That's gonna hit. Let's see. Wisdom save. Wisdom save. Yep. You see Vandenar's face also turn pale as the biting it doesn't penetrate entirely of Vandenar's mage armor. However, it does bite down a hole on his shoulder, and it pours out blackish blood as it's holding in place. His face turned pale, and that will be first turn real pale, and that will be his turn. He's gonna use his action to channel the energy from within. Ravani, it's your turn now. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So we know that the links are like the weak points now, right?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah. In that case, I'm gonna use a first level magic missile spell to just sort of attack the links as I'm sort of like wavering where I stand, sort of just trying to keep myself from falling over.
Okay, do it. Roll for the damage because it's automatically hits.
Yep.
All right. So you see 3 darts that's suddenly emerge from in front of you and just choo choo choo, just 3 dots just blast into the connection that was well holding the portal in place. The part that it made contact with kind of shatters, and the portal just kind of shrinks a little bit more, squeezing the body of the Dracolich, making it hurts a little bit more. Yeah, it's still standing, but it looks barely in place, as the portal is now at about only 4.5 feet. It's like strangling the lower body of the Dracolich real hard, and yeah, the Dracolich is not looking good right now.
So I just go like, I don't know how much longer I can do this.
All right.
We gotta finish this.
Yep. That will be the end of your turn. Now will be Alethea's turn. Alethea is gonna try following your advice. She's gonna drop the bow she's holding. She's gonna pull out her sword. Like, you see on the back, she's holding a long sword in her hand, and she's just starting to chop down the Dracolich with her sword. And let's see. Nope. So first attack hits, second attack misses entirely. You see, like, she guides her blade trying to end this threat and plunge into the Dracolich's chest. However, the second attack, because her blade got stuck, she can't really do anything else besides pulling out her blade, and that's it. And yeah, that will be her turn. She's also gonna dodge around near Viking. Yep, that'll be her turn. Viking, what would you like to do?
You said I can do a
Yeah.
con save.
Yep.
14.
Yeah, 14. Let's see. Nope. Yep. You don't. Hold on. 14. And you're paralyzed. And yeah, I don't think you have any effect over it. So you're still paralyzed in place, unable to do anything else. Yeah, sadly. That'll be the end of your turn.
That's fine.
Tully, it's your turn now. What would you like to do?
Again. Let's collapse this thing.
Right.
Ooh, that's a
So the throwing glaive kind of misses entirely. The Dracolich managed to bash it out of the place. What would you like to do? Alright. The second attack hits. Roll for damage. Since you are near Kaz, I would say you will have sneak attack bonuses. So
thank you, because
yeah, you managed
I
to
figured
struck
Kaz
it.
and Viking were both 5 feet away from him in
Yeah,
melee.
you managed to struck it where it hurts the connection. However, that's about as hard as you can hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm frustrated, but I'm like,
Yep.
what can I do?
Yep, that'll be the end of your turn. Lavinia is gonna make her move. Kaz actually is gonna roll for his second. Yep, he's still stunned. Fuck. All right. Yep.
What?
I've been rolling for him for this last three rounds, and he still managed. I don't know. His constitution. Come on, man. Make it better. Lavinia is gonna try to hide and then attack again. This time the shimmering blades grows brighter, and it's a mess. You see the Dracolich this time, it just kind of lift its wings and like kind of push her aside when she's attacking with the front of the blade. And yeah, that will be the end of her turn.
Are his wings like fractured though?
Yeah, those wings are fractured, but it's not entirely broken. So yeah, it can still make its wings move and kind of do a small like movement, but that's about it. Like, it can fly, it's no longer able to fly, it's no longer able to use its wings to claw you or anything. but its wings still can do a few movements. So the Dracolich at this moment, it was talking big games before, but now it looks. You can see within its eye, it looks a little bit scared at this point for how resilient you guys are. He's actually gonna try to do something. You see, he like, what is he gonna do? Let me see. Spell list. Yep, he's trying to do a spell on himself. As he inhales, not entirely capable. As he's trying to do something, you see the glow in his eyes and the widening jaws as he's trying to do something. However, Vendonar at this point managed to pour, like, kind of even like slightly avert his attention to the Dracolich and do this gestures saying, "Oh no, you won't," and kind of squash its fist. As it turns out, the red energy kind of bursts out from Vandonar's palm and like aiming for the Dracolich's mouth, and it kind of blocks whatever the Dracolich is about to do in place, and both of them counters each other off. The Dracolich screams in frustration as it looks down at Vandonar, and unable to do anything else. That will be the end of its turn. Actually, it's trying to move. It's trying to pull its lower body off, so it's gonna try to use its movement. Let me see if the Constitution. Nope. He's frustrated because he takes even more damage trying to remove himself out of the portal. He rolled a 1. So yeah. The scales peels off. You can see the decayed flesh from within its lower body, and beyond that, you think that the lower body, the lower bone, the tails, and everything probably fractured at this point because you can hear a huge crackling sound, like yeah, something is broken and it does not look pretty. That will be the Dracolich's turn. Vendonar. However, because of the reaction he takes to do the counter spell, he's gonna need a few rounds. Actually, yeah, he's gonna need 2 more rounds to concentrate on whatever he's doing. That will be Tully's turn. Riveni's turn. Riveni, what would you like to do?
Well, at this point, I'm just gonna keep throwing magic missiles at whatever links are left at this point.
Go ahead for the magic missile. Roll the damage. All right. So 3 more darts shooting out from your palm. You're getting a hang of this. You're actually getting better at the magic missile or anything. The magic. And okay. So also the prohibited energy from within your body. Let's see. Okay. So yeah. You found yourself surrounded by butterflies at this point. You were shooting out darts, and from the magic missiles emerged all the like missile energy conformed butterfly, and you don't know what they do. They just floats around you, making you look pretty. That's about it. Yep.
With the exhaustion of feeling like I'm just sort of barely paying attention.
Yeah,
to
you're just barely paying attention to anything
whatever
else.
magic stuff is happening to me.
Yep.
I just focus on like trying to get this stupid drag it down already.
Yep. All right, that will be the end of your turn. Now will be Tolly's turn. No, sorry, Alethea's turn. Alethea, being as frustrated as anyone else seeing the Dracula still stands, she's gonna try to cut its head off. Let's see. If she can make it. Nope. Nope. So this is the first time. Not the first time. This is probably not a good
been a
sign
while
because she
we've
misses
started.
wildly. She's yelling in frustration as the Dracula still stands. She's like, "Why won't you die?" And just like yelling in frustration. And that'll be the end of her turn. Viking, it's your turn now. What would you like to do?
18.
Nice. You managed to break off whatever is holding you in place. You shrug off the frustration and yells. And yeah. What would you like to do at this point? At the end
That's
of your
my.
turn. Yeah, that'll be the end of your turn. So, yeah. At least you're free. At least you're free. All right. Now it'll be Tolly's turn.
What the hell was that?
What? Yeah.
What the hell was that?
Tolly, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna disengage from the Dracula because I'm entirely useless.
Okay.
And head over to Vandana
Uh-huh.
and just basically just be like, Vandana, please, for the love of God, just wait, just let us close it. We can close it.
I'm trying. Yeah, you can see, like both his hands holding really tight onto the staff, and the staff, the crystal, currently it's charged. Its charge is almost complete. As you can see, the diamond-shaped crystal kind of feels near the top, so the energy just feels from within. It's a gentle hue of reddish energy. It kind of feels the part where it almost completion, but it's still probably a few more seconds to go. Yep.
Do I gauge if I wait around, I can still cancel it next round, or do I have to stop him now?
Hold on. Sorry. Again? Pardon me?
Like, if I don't want him to seal the portal forever, do I have to stop him this round, or I can wait?
Well, you think this is... Hold on. Roll me, insight. That'll be an insight. No, actually, Arcana. Sorry, Arcana. Arcana check to see if you know anything about this process. Nope,
Nothing.
you don't think so. You think... you're not sure.
I'm going
whether
to
or not to close the portal, because you never
Yeah.
encounter anything like this. You don't know what to do, actually.
I'm gonna apologize and then essentially, I guess, grapple him because it's a takedown where I get his weapon.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you grab his.
Sorry.
Let's see.
Crap.
You wish to grapple him, or do you wish to?
Because like I want to do basically a dex based something because it's I hook my ankle behind his, my hand beneath his jaw, and just whop him on the ground.
Okay, that will be a sleight of hand to try
sleight of hand.
Yeah,
You
to
can
try
just
to
help him.
steal the staff from him, from his grasp. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, that's
Alright.
not right.
Sadly, Vendinar doesn't have really good strength. So, yeah, as you trip him and lift the staff out of him, he's like, "What are you?" And he's prone,
sorry.
Yeah, and the staff is out of his grasp. Once you grabs it, you notice that the reddish hue it's starting to fade as it slips Vendinar's grasp. It's like, what is wrong with all of you? We need to close this portal. Yeah. And
Yeah, I know, but we have a chance to do it normal.
all right. And that will be your action to do the sleight of hand and talk to Vandinar and everything, I
Yep.
assume. All right.
Yep.
Then that will be the end of your turn. Lavania, on the side, gives you a nod. You can tell that she's also really happy that you're not
Yeah,
like
I went
allowing Vandenar to
from
break the portal
Yeah.
once and for all. Yeah.
I went from no hope to like, oh, you know what?
Yeah, we probably shouldn't done that. But anyway, Lavinia is gonna try her best to cut down the Dracolich, and yep, the second attack hits. So you see the blade shimmers and then hits where it hurts. The Dracolich this time yells in pain as it kind of strikes a nerve. It's hard to imagine an undead would have a nerve to be struck on to feel the pain, but it does. Lavinia, this time she's gonna dodge around under
I've been
the
trying to tell you people, undead are people too. But no, you never listen to me.
Yeah. That will be the end of Lavinia's turn. The Dracolich at this point is not looking good, as almost its lower body is almost cut in half. For Kaz, he finally breaks the stunning effect. He was like shattered and not shattered. Sorry, he was electrocuted and like frozen in place. And finally, he breaks off the chain of lightning or whatever is combined, constraining him to the ground, restraining him to the ground. And right now, he's trying to struck the Dracolich before he makes a move, and within hits its fury. Yep. You see, he just claws into the Dracolich's body and just moving his way up from the lower body to the chest, almost cutting the Dracolich in half. However, that's still not enough to knock it down, as now will be Dracolich's turn. The Dracolich, seeing all of you surrounding it, it's gonna try something. It's actually, let's see, okay, so it's gonna inhale. This time, since Vandenar is not standing and kind of averted its attention, it's unable to do anything else to stop it. So the Dracolich inhales as the body that
Can I
was
try shield him?
What?
Can I try shield Vandenar?
He's not. You try to put your hands above Vandenar and try to shield him from what you think it's a breath weapon attack. However, instead of exhaling, it just inhales like endlessly. You can see the corpses that was on the floor, the cultist and even their leader Fabric. Their corpses turn into ashes and then into black smokes. All the black smokes kind of floats in midair and like just went inside of the Dracolich's body. You see the wings that was fractured. The energy is not able to heal it entirely, but it's able to like push it to the right spot. It still looks like it's about to go down. However, it looks slightly better than before. Yeah, that will be his turn, and he's not even talking to you guys now. He's focusing all his energy to try to heal himself. And yeah, that will be his turn. Vandenar, who is now prone on the ground, is gonna he's gonna stand up and he's gonna cast a spell on himself to remove the curse. No, actually, he's gonna haste himself. So you see him just cast a spell on himself, and he suddenly went into a blur, and then he just moves away. He's like, "Have at it! I'm done."
Oh my god!
Yeah, and he's just starting to walk away. Yep, that will be the end of his turn. Ruveni, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna keep wailing on it as much as I can.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna use a second level version of Scorching Ray.
Go ahead.
So
All right. Roll for the Scorching Ray damage. All right. So 2 rays. All right. Yeah. 2 rays hits. All right. So you see the scorch finally does more damage. What?
basically, like blast it in the face and
Yeah.
at least knock some teeth out of its mouth.
Yeah. The first ray kind of knocks inside of its mouth. Kind of stop the healing process, you think, because it's like choked. It's like yeah. And yeah, though it doesn't deal that much damage, you think you stop the process of its healing because you see the energy is stopped to repair what is fractured wings and broken scales. Yeah. That'll be the end of your turn. Now will be Alethea's turn. Alethea is gonna try to stab it again and again, repeatedly. Both attack hits. It strikes and it finally cuts down one side of the wing. Its left side. You see, all of you see, she leaps in midair and cuts the wings real deep. The bones, everything just severs it from everything else. Just severs it apart. That will be the end of Lethea's turn. Now she's riding on the Dracolich. Let's see. Yep, she maintains her balance on top of the Dracolich. Viking, it's your turn now. You see Alethea leap in midair and just riding the Dracolich right now. What would you like to do?
I'm like, that's neat.
Yeah.
And then I touch myself for 27
yeah.
points of healing.
Yeah, right.
So I'm back at 41 health.
Okay.
Not you sickos. Jesus.
All right. So you heal yourself for
I was down to 14 health, so that's priority.
Okay. All right. So you heal yourself to current maximum. What would you like?
Yep.
That will be your action.
That's
right?
an action.
Yep.
So I'm done.
That will be the end of your turn. Tolly, it's your turn now. You see Vandenar running away. You see Alethea jumping on top of the Dracolich. What would you like to do?
I hold the staff over my shoulder like I used to with my swords and take some attacks at the dragon.
Oh, you want to use the staff to attack the dragon?
Nope, I'm putting it away. It's now over my shoulder.
Okay.
Mhm.
So the
And I
throwing
missed the
blade
first attack.
misses it entirely. Roll the second attack. First attack misses. Second attack also misses. So
Too worried about hitting Ali. Like,
so the Dracolich is struggling with Alethea. However, it's exactly that action managed to roll out of the way of the throwing blade. So yeah.
whoops.
Thankfully you didn't cut Alethea. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good where I am. Just like and I turn and yell, "Coward!" after Vandenar.
Vandenar is like, back at you. We should have stopped it once and for all. Yeah. And that will be Lavenia's turn. That'll be the end of your turn. Lavenia, she's gonna try to aim for the head. She tosses both of her daggers into the jaws of the Dracolich, or at least try. Sadly, the second one kind of lands midair, like kind of just maybe she doesn't throw it correctly. The dagger awkwardly lands near the Dracolich's jaw. It doesn't hit him. It just went without the strength. And the Dracolich just bites down on the dagger and breaks it in half, just swallows it. And yeah, that will be the end of Lavenia's turn. The Dracolich now is fractured, frustrated, and everything. Oh, actually, Kaz is actually gonna. Yeah, he's not stunned anymore. He's actually gonna try to fight from beneath the Dracolich. He's gonna aim for where Lavinia opens up the Dracolich, and he's gonna strike where it hurts. Nope. All three attack misses as the Dracolich kind of rolls around. It's making it really hard to hit. And that will be the end of Kaz's turn. Now will be the Dracolich's turn. The Dracolich, the Dracolich, is gonna look down at Ruveni. Actually, no, Alethea. Yeah, he will be trying to shrug off Alethea right now. Using his movement to move back and forth. Let's see. Alethea needs to make a dexterity save, and she makes it. The Dracolich is gonna, in frustration, he's gonna try to claw. He's gonna try to claw a Viking. Just like. Let's see. Who's in his vicinity? No, actually, Lavinia, for someone who's been consistently stabbing him, he's gonna try to claw for Lavinia. Let's see. Multi attacks, claws. That is gonna hurt because all 4 attack hits. For Tali, you see from afar Lavinia, who is dodging and trying to move away, gets struck by the first attack and then gets cut open by all of the claws that was consistently striking her down. You see, 1 minute ago, her body was like jumping between rooftops trying to dodge the attack. The next second, she falls 10 feet up in the air and falls into the ground. Blood pouring out her body and her mouth. She just lays there, lifelessly. That'll be the end of the Dracolich's turn. Vandenar, he doesn't know what is happening, but he's determined to just leave. Yep.
I scream. It's like I've died level of not good, and he's gonna hear that.
Yep. Oh, okay. So he hears that, and he's like, "It's your own fault. It's your decision, not mine." And he just moving away. That will be the end of his turn. Ruveni, what would you like to do? You see Lavinia's lifeless body drops from the sky, hits the ground. No movement.
I just sort of cry out in frustration too, and I'm gonna use my last remaining 2nd level spell slot to do like a 2nd level magic missile.
Okay, roll for damage.
So that's 4d4 plus 4.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna try something new this time. How would you like to do this? Yeah. So, how would you like to do this?
I'm just sort of like just aiming my magic missiles for whatever weak spots that are left on
All right.
on the dragon at this point.
Okay. So, you, in frustration, on the corner of your eye, you see Lavinia falls. You can't bear the sensation of yet another comrade falls on your watch. You focus all your energy and cries out the wildest battle cry you ever done in your life, as if the air is pouring out of your lungs into the atmosphere. Let the world feels your pain and your power. You channel all of them directly at the Dracolich. The magic missile turns broader and wider, and all 4 of them combine into one stream of like penetrating light, just bursts through the Dracolich's lower body. The Dracolich, not knowing what's happening first, is still like grinning and gloating, but within a second, the energy kind of starting to vaporize it from within. It yells, it moves, it tries to move away, but it can't. And eventually, all the energy just bursts through into a bright light. All of its body just shatters into dust and pieces. And yeah, the Dracolich is gone. It's now entirely.
Well, that's the end of that.
Yep.
It vaporizes, but I've also seen what happened to Lavania.
I'm like.
So I'm gonna rush over and
You're out of combat.
I'll use my last 4 points of lay on hands.
Okay.
To at least stabilize her.
Okay.
Because I've been trying to stop.
Okay.
As soon as the Dracolich goes down, I'm at Lavinia's side, like, desperately.
Roll me a medicine check first.
I just want to sort of, I just finally collapse to the ground, like my hands and knees are just like.
Yeah, with your
just
exhaustion.
Like, for air.
Yeah, you're certainly way too tired to maintain standing post, and just collapse into the ground. Yep. For Viking, you are familiar with undead and everything, and disease and everything. However, this looks a little bit different. This looks like some sort of different type of curse. You're not entirely sure. Anyway, it's not something normal healing would do to help. You try lay on hands on Lavania. All of your remaining energy just try to flow into her body, but it's resisted. You managed to keep her barely alive with the lay on hands, but she's not back to consciousness. She's not healed. Her wounds are still wide open. You can see the claw marks almost rip her apart. She's just there, lifelessly. Alethea, at this moment, she was riding the Dracolich, and she managed to leap off of its back just in time before getting vaporized as well. And now she saw Lavania lying on the ground. She didn't even scream. She just you guys don't even see her coming. She just pushes you aside and pushes you, Viking, aside, and just tries.
I would have been over here.
Yeah, just reaches out into her bags and try to pour whatever potion is inside of her bags into Lavania's mouth. Sadly, she wastes about 5 bottles of whatever potions. Nothing seems to be working.
Both desperate at this point. I'm just binding, just force of habit, because we're used to not having a healer. I'm just used to cleaning and binding wounds.
Yeah, so you move forward to wrap around bandages around.
Because as soon as Viking ran, so did I. So I was please, for the love of God.
Okay. Yep.
I'm like, this is beyond my healing abilities. We're gonna have to get her to someone who is stronger than I am.
Roll me an intelligence check, Viking. You will have advantage because you've seen this before, and
21.
With that advantage, you remember that similar to this effect. You recall that you were you once had a goblin company who sent to protect you, and he was stabbed by a quickling named Flash, and with that blade, it was coated with the poison called Lover's Kiss. This looks really similar to whatever that is. However, you were in the combat, and you weren't affected.
I relayed that to the group. I'm like, this looks awfully similar to Flash's poison of choice.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, we need to get her to safety, and I'm like, I see Tully. I'm like trying to snap her out of shock. I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I need you to go and find out if there's anything between here and the mansion. It's our safest bet right now, or if it's been overrun.
I'm gonna chase down Vandenar.
All right.
Okay.
At this point, Vandenar is like,
Alone?
yeah,
Too far away?
A little bit far away. Roll me a survival check to see.
Boy.
Well, you try to find out where he went, right? Which direction?
Because I knew the direction that he walked in.
All right. So
Not
with
best,
that,
but-
you easily spotted him. He's on the other street, striking down like zombies and everything, and just basically clearing a path towards, not the mansion though. Did you pop out behind him?
Yeah, I literally I basically drop right beside him, like just like.
Okay. He was fumbling something in his pouch when you showed up. And for a second, roll me a perception check.
Who?
Just Tolly. For a second, you see Vandenar as not what he looks like. Just for a split of a second. It's an entirely different man's face. But, yeah. You must be way too tired to have illusions, because you just, with a blink of an eye, you just see Vandenar staring right at you. Like, and with his frustration, he says, "Leave me alone."
I don't give a shit what you do. I need a healer, and I need a good one.
Do I look like I care?
Yeah, but you can get us to one, right? You can teleport us.
Why would I do that? Why would I need to do that for you?
Because you're alive? Because if you don't, you won't be?
I would love to see you try. With that, roll me initiative.
Oh god.
Roll me
Okay.
initiative.
Did the portal close altogether?
So, Viking, roll me a perception check. All right.
19.
Even with your hurry, like investigating Lavania's wounds and trying to heal her, you still manage to pay enough attention to the portal. The portal is still open. It's about 4 feet wide right now, and with bursting energies like a leaking whale. Just branches of purplish energy leaking through the portal. The portal is getting smaller. However, the smaller it gets, the more branches it reaches out. Before you realize it, it's already about 10 feet wide, almost reaching, like, just 5 feet away from you, almost reaching to your side. It doesn't look like it's trying to grapple you or anything. It just looks like, roll me an Arcana check. All right.
Nat 20.
Yep. You think you saw this before, somewhere along the line of your journey or whatever. This is probably caused by an unstable portal that's trying to unleash the piling energy within, because it's not formed. It's not formed in the right process, and that means if it shrunks down to the minimum size, the energy outburst will probably wipe out this entire area.
Do I know how big of an area?
With our Arcana check, you do. It's about 30-foot radius. It's not that wide.
I'm like, oh shit,
However-
we need to go.
However, anyone who remains in that area will be vaporized. You know that for
I'm gonna
sure.
pick up her sister and like gingerly, and I'm like, we need to go now.
Alethea is gonna grab you by the shoulder and it's like, we're not leaving. We're going through the portal.
Have fun. And I'm like, I'm
And
with
she-
the sister, like, still trying to go.
No, Alethea is currently trying to grab Lavania over from you, and she's like, I know someone in our town, in our city, that can heal her. And for Tali,
Yeah.
you stared down at Vandanar. Vandanar is also gonna roll for initiative. Right. Yeah, he rolls a shitty initiative. So, it's your turn now. You made the threat. He posed his standing. What would you like to do?
I want to grapple him and drag him with me.
Okay. Roll for a strength check to see if you can
God.
grapple him.
I'm so bad at these.
Yep. With that, you misses him entirely. In fact, you almost bump yourself into him. He's
Jeez.
like, not knowing what you're doing. He looks a little bit.
Because I'm unarmed, I'm not stabbing, I'm literally just trying to drag.
Okay. So, is that all? That's it? That's
I'm just gonna
your
keep
action?
trying until he comes with me, yeah.
Okay, that will be your action, and now will be his action. He is gonna try to utter a word. Alright. Roll me a wisdom save.
Oh boy.
What's his DC? Let's see.
It's gonna be higher than 12.
Yep. You felt the tension, the tense of your muscle just suddenly tightens up. Everything in your body locks in place as you were hold in the current stance with your hand trying to reach for Vandanar.
Yeah.
He actually looks down on you. Not saying a word. He is moving back though. However, he just left you there.
I'm about to get ripped to shreds. This is amazing. Oh no.
The zombies are just a few blocks away. That will be the end of his turn. Alright. For Viking, and what would you like to do?
I'm gonna look her dead serious in the eyes, and I'm like, how far is your village from the portal?
How far? It's not distance. It's about probably a day traveling. It's now the portal is different, and she reaches into her pocket and pulls out a scroll. This will get us to the right coordinates or whatever, the location, the right location of where our teleportation scroll ring interact with it. She's like kind of confused and trying to usher the word, and she's like, usually it's Lavania who's doing this. Whoa.
I don't think she has a day. to make it with her guts hanging out.
Well, her gut is not hanging out anymore because Tali wrapped bandages around her body.
Well, I know,
so-
but she's seen how badly wounded she was, right?
Yeah.
How heavy is she?
She's about
Like if I was to lift.
Lavania? Lavania is about 30 tops, 30 kilograms tops.
She's a hot
Okay, so I should have no problem lifting her,
She's
right?
a halfling, and she's also like thin, even for her kind. So probably 20.
I look to Ravani, and I'm like, we need to get away from here. This thing's going to explode, all of us. And
We need to
I'm
get
like-
to the other side. Using that portal, we can.
I completely agree. I have something that should at least stabilize her. And I like start digging in the bag of holding,
Mhm.
and I pull out a potion,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, this should help.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I want to make sure I have her up in my arms,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna like try and feed her, and then quickly drink it myself. It's a potion of invisibility, and I'm gonna fuck off
Okay.
with her in my hand.
Okay. So, with her in your hand, roll me a deception first. Roll me a deception first.
14.
Yeah, she doesn't even see that coming. She's trying to roll for medicine. No, she doesn't know anything about potions. So she's like, "You do? Then do it." And as you chuck down the potion of invisibility, for a second she doesn't know what is happening. And then she
And then I run away.
Yeah, and then she realized what you've done. You get away about 20 feet with Lavania in 15 feet actually. You get away about 15 feet in your hand with Lavania in your hand. However, for Ravani, you see this awkward scene as a floating halfling is
Technically-
running past you.
No, read invisibility. As long as you're carrying something, you're invisible.
Yeah.
So she should be. That's why I asked if I can carry her.
Let's see. Hold on. But
Uh,
the potion, I don't think that works that way. Let me check. It'll be
I
hilarious.
just,
No,
read-
let me
We can-
check. Don't worry about it.
We can rules lawyer her as an object. She's unconscious.
All right.
well, it would otherwise it'd be like my armor would be still showing, which
Hmm.
I have no problem getting naked. You know that.
Yeah. All right. For
You
the
know-
rule of fun, I'll allow it. Yeah. So you see, you don't see anything, but you heard footsteps coming, like towards your direction. For her, however, okay.
Meet up at the mansion.
Oh, you speak? Okay. You spoke.
Well, it doesn't say that you can't. It doesn't mean you have to be stealthy.
Yeah. She's not doing that. She's gonna wave her hands. Let's see. 6 seconds. You run about 30 feet. You think that you're still invisible. You run about 30 feet, and then you see that she's staring at you. You constantly stare, like looking back to see if she spotted you. At first, she didn't, but then she said something, and now she's seeing you directly in the eye. So, for Ravani,
So-
you notice that Alethea cast Dispel Magic on Viking and revealing the invisible person that was running away. She didn't do anything else. In fact, she's gonna 30 feet. That would be 30 feet away. Yeah. You see her
So I'd be over here.
temporarily, disappear. And for Viking, you
Well, first-
see her pop out right in front of you, trying to grab Alethea, trying to grab Lavania from your palm. Roll me a strength check to see. Strength save actually. Strength save.
So I'm sort of like
10.
trying to crawl over the chest.
Yeah,
Sure,
Chaz is like currently
That's
standing
interesting.
right next to you. He's looking good. In fact, he's looking a little bit frustrated because he never really get to do his things with the entire combat with the Dracolich, he's either controlled, stunned, or like, berserk. So he's looking real frustrated. He looks you crawling to his direction. He kind of gently lifts you up and like carries you on his shoulder. He's like, much better.
Yeah. I think it needs a rest.
Yep. Yep. And he pats you on the back and like tries to make you more comfortable. All right, back to Viking. As the chasing ensues, Alethea grabs Lavinia from your grasp. And
So,
yep. What would you like
is that where she's at? She's like farther from the portal than I am.
Yeah, she's further from the portal. Yep.
So when she tries to grab her, this is when I go all dark and mysterious, my emo mode. So I'll use my channel divinity.
Oh, necrotic shroud, I think.
Yes, I think I have one of them left.
Okay.
I don't remember if it's my
once
necrotic
per
or.
day. Hold on. Is it?
I've used either.
Is it channel divinity or necrotic shroud? Because those two does different things.
Yeah, no. So one of them gives me a 1d6, and then the other one is both of them give me fear.
Oh, nice. Let's see.
So either way, I'm going for the fear component of it.
Okay. All right. I would say you probably already use your narcotic shroud as your Asmar ability. However, you still have channel divinity. You never really used it, so I would say yeah. You use channel divinity to. What would you like to say? What would you like to say?
I'm like, your sister's going to kill me if either one of you die or you run away without saying goodbye.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Roll for intimidation. With advantage. Nice.
That's funny.
Yeah, and she wasn't expecting any of this. She's like, she falls onto the ground. She falls prone, and she's trying to move as fast away from you as possible. She still holds Lavinia in her arm tight. However, she's trying to.
I'm like, we will get you home. This is not the first time we've been teleported to other dimensions and portals and shit like that. We will find a way to get you home, but this is not the explodey avenue you want to take with a half-dead.
No, I want to go home. That's all she said. She's crawling away from you, and tears and sweats coming down her face as you reminded her something awful in her past, probably. And yeah, she's just crawling away. With Lavinia in her arm. For Tolly. Now switching back to Tolly.
Yeah.
You notice that there are Z's crawling out from the rooftops. Roll me a wisdom save. Sadly, no. You feel the tension on your body just still, like, you kind of shrugs. Come on! But still, the Z's are getting closer. Roll me 2 more, and that'll be it.
Oh boy.
Yep.
I'm bad at these, if you haven't noticed.
Nope. You see that the Z's reaches into, like, right in front of you and starting to bite down
She's just
on
like,
you.
this is how I die. That's how I die.
Yep. All right. You take 10 points of slashing damage as the Z's are like starting to chew down on your body like a chew toy. Yep. All right. That will be the end of your turn. Okay. And now will be Ventinar's turn. For those of you, Tolly seems to be gone a long
Too long.
way away. Venenar returns, so you think, oh, Tolly must have talked him through. Yeah. Viking, you notice that Venenar is walking directly towards you. What would you like to do?
He can't walk towards me
Yeah.
because
Yeah, he can't
unless
really
he's
walk
fear
towards you.
immune.
Yeah. He can't walk towards you, actually. He's just walking closely to the side and just looks at you and says, what is the meaning of this?
I see Vanguard coming back too, right?
Yeah.
I sort of like try and come out and like Vanguard? Didn't Tali come after you? Where is she?
I don't know. She's probably somewhere else.
What
I'm
do you
not
mean?
here because what you did. I'm here because I heard someone needs help. And quite frankly, I don't really want to help any one of you. Because you break the chance of sealing this portal once and for all. And he looks down at the portal that was there. But he continues saying, but it's a mistake you'll have to bear yourself. I'm done. And he looks down at Lavinia and just also looks down at Viking and says, mind if you turn off whatever you are doing right now?
I'm not gonna turn it off, but I'll back away from her, and I'm gonna head back to the portal. This way.
Okay. Yeah.
How big's the portal right now?
The portal is maintaining its like 4 feet wide radius. It's
I'm
small.
going
It's really, really small,
to
but
come over here.
it's not sealed entirely.
Can you kill the dragons? Like get rid of it?
Kill the what?
Get rid of the dragon. Pitcher. Move it out of the way.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry. Ding. It's out.
So I'm gonna come over here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm actually gonna push this wagon over top of the portal.
Okay. Okay. So
the wagon should be like covering most of the portal.
Yep.
And that hopefully will kind of contain some of the blast.
Okay. So
down.
you push the wagon on top of the portal. The crackling energy immediately bursts the wagon into flame.
That's okay.
Yep.
That's okay. That's my plan.
And
then
in your assumption, when the portal, it's about a minute or so of these things are unstable. So maybe a minute, maybe next second. But you think you have at most about 5 minutes or so before you leave this entire area, or just
I
get a hell of a
look to Ravani and Chasm like, what the fuck? Why are you still laying there? This thing's about to explode. Can't you see this is bad, evil? Ah!
Kaz is
Does
like,
my
the man's got a point. Let's
insight check tell me?
let's get
Does my
away.
insight check tell me anything about Vanguard's response to my question?
Okay, you think Vandenar definitely saw Tolly somewhere else, but it's weird that he says she's not coming with you, because normally, especially with her family getting injured, she would be by the side just to see how everything turns out. Yep.
I sort of like
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I start to sort of talk at Chaz. Chaz, can you put me down for just a
Okay.
minute? And I sort of like to get this look like a sinking feeling.
Okay. Okay. So Kaz puts you down on the ground, just nods at you. At this moment, switching.
And I notice, as soon as I realize, I'm gonna start like sort of like walking over to like try and follow whichever direction Telly I last saw Telly go.
Okay. So you try to follow the direction where Vandenar came from, right? Okay.
Right.
All right. So you follow the direction, and at this moment, Tully, roll me another wisdom save. Yep. Not gonna make it. You feel the tensity of your body. With that save, you feel the tensity of your body tightens. Disease continues biting down on you. Let's see. Disadvantage. Yep. That will be 5 points of piercing damage. That's all they do. Yep. And yeah, he's still holding everything in place. Let's see. Vandenar, looking down at Lavania, is gonna try to lift her to the side to see how he could heal her for the damage. Meanwhile, Ravani, you walk down the path onto the street. You see like a figure that was frozen in place. The Z's are biting down on all of its body. Like it looks weird. Probably just another citizens that's been biting down, townsfolk that are getting attacked. Yeah. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try and creep a little closer to get a better look at who's getting bitten on.
All right. You get about 5 more inches. The Z's spotted you, and they are ready to swarm for fresher meat. But you also see that it's Tully. It's definitely Tully. That's standing there, getting bitten down and everything. What would you like to do?
I get this look of horror on my face and say, "No!"
Yep.
And I'm gonna use my last remaining spell slot to I guess do like magic missile on as many zombies as are in range.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you use magic missiles, I would say?
Yeah.
Okay. Second level, right?
No. I that last
Okay. Go ahead.
second level it was the last one I had, so
Okay.
I only had like a
Okay.
spell slot left.
Roll for damage. Go ahead. All right. So you blast the Z's from top to bottom and just chop it down to pieces. The Z's are extremely weak. Those are like just feeble creatures. Especially they were compelled turned, so they are not as strong as normally raised undead. Yeah. So you managed to blast one to death. The one that was still biting down on Tully. Well, her current status is lifted. However, you are now surrounded by 3 other Z's that were attacking Tully. So, let me check. Z's. Let's see. Where are the Z's? I've been putting them. Alright. Alright, 3 more Z's. Alright, what would you like to do? That will be the end of your turn, actually. Now, remove, clear list. Alright, so, Verdinar is gonna stand there, and he's trying to cast a spell. Let's see. He's trying to cast. Trying this first. He's trying to. You see his palm glows, and with a gentle swipe, he swiped down on Lavania's forehead. Lavania's face turned. Well, nothing really turned. The glow makes her looks paler, but beyond that, she doesn't seem to be improved or worsen, or getting worse. Yeah, so
I'm
he's
gonna
try to make a educated guess. Yeah, and he's
I'm
like,
gonna shut off my shroud thing and approach.
okay. Vandanar, seeing you approach, just says, I don't think this is any natural causes. Not even necrotic energy that could do this to one person. I think that is something of a curse of sorts. Maybe laced with poisons. So it makes
I
it nasty.
tell him about the only time I've seen this before, and what I think it was,
Okay.
from Flash.
Yeah. He's like, I've heard of this kind of stuff. Usually it was laced with curse and then combined with the poison to make it almost nearly impossible to kill from either single sources. I don't think even Lady Lexa would know anything about it. Anyway, I don't think I'm much more helpful here than anything else. I guess I'll just take my leave. And he's gonna call for a steed. And he's just like, farewell. May we never meet again. Yep.
When he's getting ready to take off,
Yeah.
I'm positioned precariously, or in a certain orientation there. Can I do a sneak attack?
You can try to attack him, but it won't be a sneak attack. But anyway.
Not to him. To the other girl that wants to rush through the portal.
Alethea? Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Sneak attack?
You can try, I would say.
Specifically, I'm looking for
I'm
looking for advantage because she should be distracted, right?
Yeah. Roll for stealth first to see if you're stealth enough.
15 because I have disadvantage.
Versus her perception. Yep. She doesn't seem to notice you.
I'm gonna pull out one of the arrows that I have.
Okay.
And stick her with the arrow. Ooh, natural 20.
Yep. You stick her through the. Where?
I'm just trying to break the skin. I'm not doing anything crazy.
Okay. You stick her with the arrow. She's like, "What are you?" And she. Okay, go ahead.
These are those super rapey Underdark poison arrows.
Yep.
Right. So she just goes thunk and falls over.
Yeah, she fails her Constitution save. So yeah, with that poke, you easily put her. She's like, "What are?" And she just falls into the ground, unconscious.
I look to Chasm like, grab her.
Yep.
Let's get out of here.
Chasm,
and I grab the other one
and grabs her onto the shoulder, and yeah, both of you starting to get away from here. You see Vandanar in front of you calls not even calls. This time he opens up a portal and just walk right through it, and just vanishes.
That guy was a dick.
Kaz was like, to be fair, he got attacked by us twice.
What? I didn't. When? I didn't see that.
Okay. So
Technically, that's true because I was paralyzed and
you can still
down.
see. Paralyzed.
Yeah,
If you're
with
paralyzed,
the
you can
giant
still see
fucking
and
dragon
hear.
in front of me, I'm not looking around to see what's going on. I got
Yeah.
paralyzed with a dragon's ass in my face.
All right. So,
So-
for Tolly, you felt this tensity on your muscle just lift. So you're now free to walk again. This is definitely not your own doing. You think that whatever
Yeah,
Venar's done to
he's
you,
gone.
he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
he just lifts himself. So, what would you? It's you guys' turn now. The Z's are still surrounding Rainy.
These are on Ravani. I'm now just gonna start hacking him to pieces.
Okay, so go ahead. Roll for attack. Alright. Roll for damage. The first thing you do, you chop off the Z's head. The first one just dies. Remaining, you see the Z's that were surrounding you just suddenly gets a blade. You suddenly see the head flying in midair, just like. So you see Tolly is back on her feet, and yeah, roll for second attack.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
All right. The second attack also hits. Roll for damage.
Oh.
Yeah, the Z's are not hard to hit. So yeah, the second attack doesn't have sneak attack bonus, so it cuts in deep, but that's about it. Just sunk, like cuts through it. That'll be the end of your turn. Now it'll be Ravani's turn. Ravani, what would you like to do? Z's in your face.
Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw like a firebolt
Okay.
in the face of one of the zombies, and as they see like another zombie getting hacked up, I start just like call out Tally's name in like a relieved, tired, like happy tone of voice.
You have disadvantage, so 14 still hits. Roll for damage. All right. So you burst it into flames as the Z's just collapse into ashes. That will be the end of your turn, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So that will be the end of your turn. The Z's is gonna move around and try to claw you. What's your
AC is
AC?
still 15.
Yeah,
AC is
15?
still 15.
Yeah, the
because of
second
range.
one hits. Holy shit. Alright, you take about 12 points of bludgeoning damage as the Z's just kind of smack you on the side. And yeah, fortunately, its second attack misses, and it just stays there. So, for Viking, you both carry them, Alethea. You carry Lavinia, and Cass carry the drugged Alethea all the way towards them. And then you saw Ravani getting attacked by the zombie.
So since I overheard Kaz like pissed off that he didn't get to fight, I'll be like, I'll take her, and I got like one over my shoulder and one in my arms.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Right.
go have fun, Jesus. Like, and I'm telling Kaz to go do his thing.
Yeah, Kaz just dash forward and just punch the Z in the forehead. Claws. Yep. He managed to unleash his frustration and rage all onto the zombie, as you see the zombie just pulverized under his fist, just punched into a pastry of flesh and blood. Just like, that's it. Yep.
I sort of like catch like a quick fix to him, and then I'm immediately gonna go over to Tally and sort of like just hold her close and like just sort of going like what happened? Like last I saw you went after Vandar. How did you get held in a place like that?
Vandanar's not Vandanar. I don't know who he is.
Vandar's not what?
Roll for intelligence check. Tolly.
Intelligence, where is that? I'm not smart at all.
Intelligence, just on your character sheet. Just
There we go. Yeah.
17.
Yeah. So, from what you think, first, maybe he doesn't look. He's not what he seems to be. You're still not entirely sure if Vandanar is who he says he is. He's definitely not who he says he is, or he's definitely not who he appears to be. However, who is he, or if he's even real? It's like you're not entirely certain.
The don't know, don't care. He left me to die.
Why was he doing that? I sort of exclaimed, like looking like horrified at what Tolly just said.
Apparently, it was a secret worth killing for. Didn't even have the balls to do it himself. He just left me to die.
Oh God, you're all eating up, and I know I accidentally hurt you with that one surge a while back, and I started like tearing up a bit as I.
It's okay. It's okay. Is Vinya all right? How's Ali? How?
I'm starting to walk over now, like at a slow pace, because I now have two people on my
so
carrying.
As you walk a slow pace, you heard the crackling sound just kind of suddenly burst, and you all hear a boom, like kind of a wide blasting sound as the energy shoots off into various directions. Everyone rolls a dexterity save. Actually, no, just Viking and Kaz, actually. Because, you guys are far, far away.
Yeah, just like
That'd be hilarious if not we.
Yep. Because of the disadvantage, you didn't really get away from it. Kaz.
So you're carrying two people.
Yep. Kaz is also having disadvantage. No, not having disadvantage, but he's too concentrated on beating up the corpses, entirely missed the attack. So both of you kind of got struck down. Tolly and Revenge.
Yeah, mine's only a 9.
Yeah. What? Sorry.
Mine would be a 9
Yeah.
because of the aura.
Yeah. So still, yeah.
Yeah.
You were not paying attention. Tolly and Raveni, you see, as Viking and Kaz are walking towards you, they suddenly shakes real hard and then just falls face planting into the earth. Viking with Lavania and Alethea carrying on both of his shoulders just collapse onto the ground, and you all hear the gigantic booming sound. You see from afar, the entire area is disintegrated. The whole ground is like at least 30 feet deep into the earth. However, the good thing is the platform is entirely gone. Yep.
Okay.
Am I knocked out or damaged or anything?
You are knocked into something. You're not entirely sure. But that will be the end of today's session. We'll continue that on next time session. Great job, guys. You managed to survive the Dracolich. Nicely done.
Surprising.
Surprise.
Yep.
So I have a theory right now, and I'm totally setting this up as a long con,
Yeah.
because when the one I stabbed it wakes up, I'm gonna be like, the thing exploded, you hit your head, you got knocked out, I carried you to safety, like I'm totally bullshitting and I'm gonna like get everybody else involved, be like, oh yeah, that's what happened.
That's
Like-
definitely what happens.
because I wasn't there and I trust you. I'm
Yeah.
absolutely backing you up, and she trusts me. Like,
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, and I
Yeah,
have no
yeah.
problem. I would show you the arrow. I'm like, man,
Nice.
as soon as I see the arrow, I'll just be like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
As soon as Viking's back to conscious, you'll probably lie his way out of this situation. But that will be
Mhm.
for next time.
Yeah.
yeah.
Good job, guys.